Hey guys, how y'all doing? How you doing? This is Girl Ruth. Welcome back. Welcome back. Okay. Yeah. Um, the topic. Well, what made me, I have my suspicions. Y'all know that. I have my suspicions about everything. But I was looking at something. I am with my movies, right? So I was looking at the movie Curse of Snow White. So I'm thinking the same, type of movie that we've been knowing about Snow White and the prince come and save her, you know what I'm saying, and all this kind of stuff, right? So this movie wasn't like that. Totally different. Matter of fact, after it was over with, I was really in my water element then. It touched me. It really touched me. So anyway, let's see. Um, it reminded me of medieval times when everything was in the dark, you know, and we're thinking. I wanted to look up a Uranus and Aquarius. If you think about those two, that planet and that sign, Aquarius, when they do things, if they're going to do things for people, that's why they make good scientists. That's why we call them our scientists, our alchemists. You know, if they're going to do something, they have to take their heart out, right? They have to take their heart out of the equation. Like, for instance, if they have to make up an antidote or a cure, whatever, for something, and people may die or they have to kill people, just like Frankenstein, whatever, they have to um, take their heart out, their feelings out, and they have to get it done. No, because they know eventually it's going to save millions. So if a few thousand die, that's nothing to them, right? They don't see that as a big deal. Just like people making robots, that's the whole Aquarius thing. Just like they're making computers. Everything they made was Aquarius thing. Okay. So Uranus, planet that's cold, ice. Same thing as the make Aquarius be that type of way. Dark. Okay. So now we having these moons and stuff. We got the Cancer and we got the Capricorn. This is supposed to be Lilith, moon of Lilith, right? Dark, black dark Lilith moon. So I was just thinking about us trying to awaken. I say everybody needs to be awake. Get awake. Stay woke. Blah, 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 blah. So when I made these little papers as well about the movie, and I'm gonna go through them. But it had to do with Azazel, Azazel, the angel. It had to do with him. If y'all remember him, he was the angel that did not want to bow to humans. Why would the Creator make him bow to humans? I don't know. I a lot of I've heard also by reading is that they wanted certain angels to teach the humans different things, and Azael refused to, so he got cursed. Um, so I guess put away. That's where we get the bottom of. We got Tartarus or whatever it is. Where we got the in the book of Enoch, where he goes down to the angels that's under the bottom of sea, and they are chained. And he asked Enoch to talk to the creators about unchaining them. Well, Azazel supposed to had stayed chained. He didn't, well, the creator said no. Now I don't understand why the God or whoever it was over this at the time said no and wanted them to. Why they want to help the humans? Why he did not? Did he? Why he felt low if he helped the humans to get up? I don't know exactly how his mind state was. They want to say this is Satan. They want to say this is Lucifer, but you take it as you take it. But so this movie was mostly about him, okay, and him being in a woman form, in a woman's body. He took over a young girl's body. Um, before I say that, let me say, and also I thought about Aden, and they were saying in history how his reign was little short, and he wanted everybody to serve one God, and he wanted everybody to worship the sun God. But isn't that what we're doing already? If they say he reigned short and they overthrown him, while we was all on one God. Now, yeah, you got other countries that got different gods as well, but the main countries was only on one God, and we got the sun. And I was listening to Uncle Fernando talk about the moon and how the earth and the moon was together, and something came and separated them. Now the moon is on top. It's like the moon is angry being separated from the earth. That's what make the black Lilith moon that they take separate the male from the female. Um, I'm still researching. I'm still researching. So then here come Aden with his son Dis, wanting people to worship who he wanted to worship, the shining light. So did he take it from the darkness, the moon and the earth together? Was it total darkness, medieval times? I I'm trying to add this up, okay? And so Aden, what they told us, I believe, was a lie. Okay, he's right. He was raining. Okay. So from that, you got your good demons, you got your bad demons. I don't care what nobody say. There's good and there's bad in everything. You got those that help us. We might, like I said about Aquarius, it might not be the way that you think they should, but they know that what they're doing is going to get results. Okay. Um, Let me see. I'm trying to make sure I go through all of this here. Okay. Um, and I was like, when I seen the movie, I was so disappointed. I was like, you mean to tell me that in the light, look how much hardship and slavery has been done and evilness, unless the evil was messing with the light, but they showed to control. Look at all through history, how what happened. And then it's going to go back. We keep saying, okay, everything start over, start over. Do you realize that the age of Aquarius just has to start back over to zero? And I looked up what zero meant. Let me see. I hope I got a picture of that. Damn, I didn't. Shit. Okay, let's see. What is the meaning of zero? Oh, shit. Oh, let's go here. What is the meaning of zero? Here's the definition of zero. No quality or number, not the figure zero. Adjust. The rifle had been zero at the element. Set the sights, a gun for firing. Okay, wait a minute, that's what I want, but anyway. Zero is usually named for the numbers zero in English. Naught is also used. American naught is used occasionally for zero, but naught is more often used for Arabic word for nothing, the nothingness, the darkness. They've been showing us in the movies all this time, Coraline, I mean, all kind of movies. When they did their medieval fighting, the swords and all that kind of stuff, it was mostly darkness outside. It was like, they barely got any light. The darkness was in control. Um, Nothing means nothing. Generate to none or nothing. Okay, so not nothing. So it's like starting over, erasing. what's already here. That's why we through the history we see things that we finding people that been here and they're not here anymore. They got erased, right? And they started back from zero again and made a new creation. That's why I was mentioning about my last video about the babies. They want you to have the babies because they're going to start a new generation. They're going to keep some. And a movie I told y'all a while back with Nicolas Cage in there, when they took his son and another lady's daughter and they were speaking to them because they took them to wherever so they can start the creation again. They were young kids, about 6, 7, maybe something like that, and they killed everybody else. Zero indicates that the value of tens place is zero. The number 1024, zero indicates that the value of 100 place is zero. Scientists use the term zero Kelvin to refer to the unattainable. Theoretically, lowest possible temperature at which the kinetic energy of molecules is zero. Who created zero? The first record zero appeared in Mesopotamia about 3 BC. The Mayans invented it independently circa 4 AD. It was later developed in India in the mid 5th century, spread to Colombia near the end of the 7th century, and into China and the Islamic countries at the end of the 8th century. What is zero originally called? Etymology: Arabic word SIFR. It is the same Arabic root that gives us the word cipher, which can mean something that was done in secret. Okay, so we all then they got everybody like oh yeah, I'm a witch now, I'm a warlock, blah 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 blah. But don't you know back in medieval times, everything was dark, and the witches and all of that was in darkness, and they were doing their spells and different stuff like that. You know, it was still a battle going on anyway. So I'm just saying, are we conjuring up something that we can't even handle? You know, we thinking that this age of Aquarius is going to be just making us free and light and the sun shining and the unicorn over here and drinking water and we looking at it beautifully and all the fairies all around. And our fairies ain't night. Leprechauns. I mean, I don't know the solution. I don't know if I'm stopping anything and ain't trying to stop nothing. I just wanted to know because I'm all about peace. I'm all about people equal rights, people getting treated the way they should be treated. I'm about balance. It's fair. You've been going through bullshit all your life, ever since your ancestors and all the rest of them been suffering, and you thinking maybe if they go, when they leave here, they're not suffering, they and that's so the heavens, like they say, going to greener pastures. And you thinking, okay, I done work, put in the work, I done did all this, I done built, I done been your slave, that I'm going to, get something better is going to happen for me before I leave here, or when I leave here, they'll tell you that it's better on the other side. The churches sing all kind of songs and preach the preacher, and he did a good life, and he's going on to glory, and he's going to see this, and he's going to do that. Even in other countries, they promise the Arabics or whatever, you die and you do this bomb and you blow up yourself and everybody, and you get to go and be with virgin maidens, and you know so it's like I don't know. Then we got Beyonce just made that song, you can't, what he said, you can't take my soul. What is she talking about? Then we got Megan Thee Stallion, Plan B. To me, those are codes. They telling you something. It's like maybe they just found out the truth. But they say they're agents, they work for whatever side, when the ones who really know the truth of what's going on. I don't even think a lot of, they say the Freemasons do, they say they do, the Eastern Stars, but I don't really think they know the truth. They conjure up all this stuff, they work for the darkness, true enough, but I don't think they're going to think it's going to be in this massive scale of looking forward to everything being in darkness. I don't go on medieval times. You know, you think about medieval time, but do you really think about medieval time? Because somebody lady in Canada on YouTube, she was saying that they had been in darkness for a couple of days. So what did they do to conjure up, not knowing that they made that darkness come? You know what I'm saying? Being tricked, being fooled, done in the secret. You know. Um. Okay. Okay. Yeah. It's like, okay, the move. Okay, let me go through these little cards. The first thing I put. Oh shoot, I'm deal with it. I always be organized and then unorganized. That's out. It's called, okay. I say it was bad shit crazy, but to me, it was some truth in there. You know, we already know the nursery rhymes were all a truth with a little twist, right? We all know that now. If you don't, you need to pay attention. Okay, so we got the Curse of the Sleeping Beauty movie. Okay, then it went. Uh, I didn't have. I should have had them in order, but I'm gonna go like this, and I'm gonna explain what I had, what I seen. Okay. Okay, we got um. Now this at the end of the movie. What I got in my hand. It stayed in my hand. So he was his guy. Okay, he started off with a guy making art, a nice looking guy, and he had lost his girlfriend. She died of a sickness of cancer, and he was engaged to get married. So he just went into that mode of being, Virgo mode. Okay, and so he got a letter saying that he could paint and everything. He got a letter from a long lost uncle that he didn't know anything about, and the uncle told him he inherited a house. Now, mind you, he had been having dreams of Sleeping Beauty, talking to her in the spiritual world. He had been drawing this house, this same house, for years. So when he got it, he went to the house, whatever, they told him it was your house. Long he said, I don't know how I'm kin to him, whatever. So the uncle left a letter and he told him, he said, um, you're gonna this is you're under your family's cursed, the bloodline is cursed. And don't go down in the basement because your family can't protect you down in the basement if you go down to the basement. There's no record of the basement and the blueprint or anything like that. And so he went to the house, stayed that night. And that night, when he first walked in the doors, with a lot of mannequins all over the place, um, different things in the house, dirt on the floor, the whole 9 yards. So then he went spend a night anyway at the house because he's thinking about maybe I could sell this house. So while he was asleep, some crazy demon came and was under his sheets. He covered himself with the sheets, and this was a slimy, this demon, like a whole bunch of snot, like a whole bunch of sperm, and I don't know. That's why I explained how the demon looked. This all around the demon as he going through him, and he's sucking on his blood, and he's sucking all in his chest from his bottom, from his bottom on up. So that was an illusion. So he got out of that, and that would come to find out that was the veiled witch that was protecting. They thought she was evil, so he didn't know that until a realtor lady came. She had been looking. People who die in that house, they can't find their bodies. So the realtor girl, her brother died in that house. So she wanted to go and find out more about her brother. So she had been doing research on the house, right? So he met her, and then she, let him see a lot of blueprints and different things in the house, whatever, whatever. So they decided to go to the basement anyway. But she brought a friend of hers happened to show up that was expert on, those type of things, what's going on, the phenomenon. Okay, let's see. Let me see. Samuel killed the veiled demon, broke the curse, um, took Thomas' spirit back, black smoke, and they both disappeared. Okay, this was the end of it when he woke up, Sleeping Beauty. Um, no, yeah, this is at the end. But I was also noticing the commercials. It says keys to the door and deed. The book code, ancient language translated. Okay, keys to the door. You got the deed to the house. Okay, and there's dirt on the floor. So now he was trying to break the curse. And it said hauntings callers or hauntings. This is come to me. That was Snow White talking to him. She wanted him to save her. She felt like telling him that the she's been cursed. The demon is cursed. She has to break the curse. And it's going my bloodline, your bloodline together. It's gonna break the curse. Um, this man found out. It says Greek mythology. She's female version of Erebus, veiled demon. Erebus, source of honey. So that's what the veiled demon that was protect. That was the demon that came to him in the bed. She was protecting Snow White to make sure she wouldn't rise, and they thought she was protecting Snow White. Wasn't protecting Snow White, just keeping her uh, prisoner. Okay, okay. The commercial. I thought it was so interesting that one of the commercials was the first one that came was Magnum, the ice cream. So that's cold, right? And then right on this after that, it was Candela, the sun. So it was like, what I'm saying? It was fishy. It was like, what? So it's either they telling me you was cold at first, but now you hot. You really finding out. Or it's what I said about the cold being the dark ages and the sun about, you know, Ankh, whatever. So I don't know. It's like, okay, so the guy had a panic attack. Okay. And then the other commercials went to Asian. Okay, it was an Asian guy that I'm going too fast. Him and a real estate lady got together. They were looking for the brother. They went on and down in the basement. They found this altar, and the altar had different objects on it for rituals. And he found this stick, this certain object, and he automatically knew that he was to prick his finger and let blood come out and stick his bloody finger on this round little, like a stamp that's on the altar, and it would open the wall for him to go into farther. So when they went in that part, they found a book. It was a book. It was a room with a lot of books, a lot of artifacts in it, different things, different type of creature artifacts and stuff like that. So they found this book. They took it back, and before they got back, the mannequins began to come closer to them, like almost in an attack. So the mannequins were really souls of people that the veiled witch put into the mannequin and to watch the house or whatever activities or whatever they find. So they managed to get through the mannequins and they escaped out the door. And that's when she found her friend happened to show up. The one that she had said she had been telling him about the house and finding a brother, whatever. He was expert, like I said, phenomenon. So he picked them up and they ran out of the place. Then they went to the Asian guy, and the Asian guy was an expert that she used to date, very smart, worked for the government. So he did things underneath the table to help. So they gave him the book. So they started deciphering the books. They was cipher, right? They said zero cipher. And So the Asian guy, then the commercial came on with the Asian man, IP man. So just as he invented the whole computer system in his house, and I was looking at the IP address that he put in, and the commercial came with the Asian man, IP man, and he was doing karate. And I was like, okay, you know what I'm saying? It's like I'm trying to find that number. I put the number down. I hope I got the right number with the IP address. But it was just like, you know, something that I was supposed to look at. Just put it like that. I don't know if it's supposed to put fear in me or whatever. Let me find that first, y'all. I want to get on that step. Yeah, it was. I need to go look at that movie on YouTube. Um, Hold on, yeah. I know I got it. Hold on. Let's try to put everything on the back and front. Well, anyway, the Asian guy was putting this stuff inside of the computer, and they start finding out more information what it meant, right? So they found out about the veiled witch, and the veil, it wasn't a witch demon, and they found out about Snow White, you know, whatever. So he felt like he had to, the guy, the young guy that inherited the house, by him being in that bloodline, he was no longer to be away from the house. It's like the uncle committed suicide, so they say, because he was tired of the whole ordeal. So he passed the curse on to him, and he killed himself or whatever. So he started getting sick, stuff like that, started having different pains and all that kind of stuff. And so he stayed as long as he could till the guy got as much information as they thought. And then they decided to go back to the house to see can they find a brother, and to see can they rescue Snow White, because she was, while he was getting sick, she was, that was her making him sick. So he can go back into a sleep state, and all she can talk to him and make it feel like she's a damsel in distress, because we know the Snow White movie, right? And you know the Snow White machine was, you know, I already got video on that. But anyway, so he did that. He talked to her in the dream, so that motivated him to come on, because she was like, "Come on, time for running out or whatever." So they get in there and they go even deeper this time into the cellar, to the cellar. Okay, I found the number IP 458-822-352-2249 Cipher Wizard. That's the name of the boy machine. Anyway, so they go into the chamber, and then you got the mannequins and fighting with them. Then she see her brother in one of the mannequins. The way he looked, she realized recognized that was her brother. But he was, they had the veiled demon had different things she was doing, two different things to make the mannequin do her, you know, become alive when she needed to be. But those particular mannequins was covered in sheets, so when they pulled the sheets off, and when she seen her brother and different stuff, they started attacking her and stuff, and she recognized that was her brother. So they, you know, hit that and knocked him off with his mannequin. So I don't know if she freed the spirits or what she did when she did that. So as they got closer um, to the veiled demon, she was spitting like an alchemist. She was weaving, had like a sewing machine, like a silk machine, like a they made the gold or whatever, you know, back in the day, in the silk, the big round wheel that we use in the tarot. Okay, she had the wheel, and she was had a whole bunch of mannequins on, broke all up on the ground, and she was study, you know, putting it together and putting whatever. And I guess the soul, as she get people, she would put the soul. I think it was like maybe 50 something people. Yeah, I just found that. I think it was like 53 people missing in that house for 125 years. So she had like 120, 53 people, souls that she was using in a mannequin. So as they got closer to her, she started noticing. She said, "I see you." She said, "You think I can't see you?" Um, that's the name in Arabic. She was an Arabic demon. Okay, and she said, "I can't. You think I can't see you?" And as she got up to fight with them, she but didn't have to touch him, the magic, and they started choking. But while the girl and the older man that was know all about this stuff, he had protection over them. She said, "Y'all protection won't work with me." So while they're distracting the veiled demon, the guy goes to look for Sleeping Beauty. So he's in the other room in the chamber where she's at, of course, in a glass thing or whatever. So the demon, they're talking to the demon. She's doing all different things to them. And then he goes and he calls himself rescuing uh, Sleeping Beauty. And he kisses her when he cranks it out and pushes her out and he kisses her. It didn't work. So he remembered what she said, in my blood, your blood. So he bites his lip. And then he goes back again to kiss her. So the blood woke her up. And as he woke her up, she gets up and it's a whole different ball game. Sure, she was looking first. She looked kind of crazy and stuff, and then gave him a smile, something at first, and then her eyes turned black, and she was like, like waiting for this moment or whatever, and doing her bidding. And he thought for sure all the lies she had been telling him was true, and she was like, ain't shit of that true. Um, this is the steps. What is the steps? And I was tripping out on the steps because the steps are something what we all are doing right now. Yeah, it's like, okay, where did it go? Oh, I just found it. Dang, let me see. It's certain steps that she says she do. She mess with humans. Um, in order for them those type of ancient demons to come back. The medieval times to me. Okay, being Azael is who she is. It's like they set him free with obeying. He was talking because they did have in some books, some things you read, some movies, they show that the ones that were the demons that were down that were talking about the Enoch, him talking to the demons on in abyss and Tartarus, whatever, that they can be able to communicate with people to get them to do their bidding. And what they do is, to me, is they mess with people that have been in despair, that have been treated wrong. In fact, I read that they've been treated wrongly, and something I was reading, and it was like, hold on. Um, I'm just read this right quick so I got it. With the color of nothing black. Black is a color defined by absence of light, and adjective color mixing light. Black is zero visible light. Okay. The absence color of nothing. The absence of things. Nothing has no color because it's not something you can see. On color is only seen. But something I was reading, I can't remember now. I don't know if I put it down or not. And it was like, yeah, you should want to pay them people back who treated you wrong. Let them see that you're doing good now and you going up in status. It was like playing on your hurt. And this is how, because, he lost his girlfriend. They didn't say nothing about his parents, I don't think. And he was in despair. He was in the Virgo Hierophant, hiding himself. That we'd all been through our lives and our family lives and our history of the world, and using your weakness. I mentioned that before. The Chiron in you on the wheel on the natal chart to get you to thinking you're empowered by moving up in status. getting your money, getting this, getting that, right? So that's how she got into power, by playing on people's weaknesses. I mentioned that before, but so happened to see the movie. And I'm trying to find the steps that she plays with. He plays whoever. I don't know if it's a man or woman. Not disrespect to her, because I don't know what went on during that time. Why would they want that them angels that were born before the humans to bow down to the humans? Um, Sacrifice a virgin bride. Okay, that's what happened. They sacrificed the virgin bride, and he took over her body. IBLIS, Islamic devil, first refused to bow to Adam. Azael, Satan, they say whatever. I don't know. Many names for him. Okay, the Quran and the Bible is alike. Yeah, I've read both of them, and they're not lying. Is a IBLIS wants her. Let me see and read this right. Rose, Royal, and Beauty. So her name was Rose. And I just happened to be on the rose. And somebody told me about breaking the curse with a rose, a stone, and some other things. So Rose, Royal, and Beauty. A jinn, they are jinns, cursed her with a needle and pierced her skin. The needle, the shots that they're doing, right? And pierced her skin and put her in eternal sleep. Fairy tale. So a lot of people are dying with this shot, right? Damn, I didn't even see this part. This just came out right here. So the shots that they trying to give you is really the poison shot to put you in a deep sleep. That's why a lot of people are dying and getting sick, piercing your skin. Mm, damn. IBLIS. I was talking about that was the Islamic devil, right? The veiled witch, the veiled demon. Once her, she is still alive in trapped limbo, a slave to the supernatural realm, guard of rose veiled demon between realms. That's what we thought at first, right? The blood of our line shall open the gate. Protective spells in original Arabic. See, that's what she told to him. The blood of our line shall open the gate. So we study about open these portals, open these gateways. Visions of the jinns captured the appraiser Thomas has hurting. Both of them has to come along, or his blood will no longer protect him. Okay, that's what I was talking about that earlier. Okay. Um, Let me find it. What I was looking for. Okay. Yeah, it was so different. And I had supposed to look at that movie a couple of days ago. It's another one that they had me want to watch. They say I want to watch too, but it disappeared on me, which I didn't click on it. I usually click it till I look at it later. But I mean, y'all take this how y'all take it. It's just new information to me. Now, what I'm gonna do with it, what type of powers I have to figure out more. Is it meant to do more? Is it already settled and already finna happen? Because everybody want to be awakened and nobody wants to go through the same struggle, the same pain and hurt that they went through. People want to level up. Um, is there a level up? Or is Aquarius going back to square one? You know? So the leveling up, you can forget it. Ain't no leveling up. You become a slave again to the darkness. I took it out. What did I do with it? Let's see. Let me keep looking. Uh, There's another commercial. I'll tell you about that in a minute. She also said, I can blind your eyes, the veiled demon. That's what she did, blind their eyes, choking them, and while he, just showing them to not to get in that room. Because after she got out that room, she killed the veiled demon. She killed the instantly, and they never did find out. But back to the Asian man, while he's still looking at the book on the computer, that part about finding out who she really was, he couldn't call him. He couldn't tell him anything else that's going to happen because he found out too late, and they didn't wait to decipher the whole thing because the Snow White didn't want them to, because they would find out and they wouldn't let her out. So she had to do something drastic and make him feel sick and make him think that he was being away from the house, something happened and she finna leave and all that kind of stuff. So he raced back to the house. It was a trick. Um, yeah, it kind of hurt me. It hurt me because it's like, damn, you mean all the shit we've been through, thinking that we're gonna be free, just like I said at first, and then we're not. So all of this is to bring bullshit, and that's why they had the other day the blue and the red birds, because they still waiting for me to choose. I'm at the crossroad where I live at, and in the mind state because I need to choose what side I'm gonna be on, because they don't want you in the middle. Okay, why you don't want me in the middle? Why do I have to choose either one? Okay, here it goes. It says, make people as a vessels. You're a vessel. That's what she said after she came out. She says, y'all gonna be my vessels. This is how she does it. You have nightmares. Okay, besides all that hurt. So they're only targeting certain people. Okay. Well, everybody been hurt, but some people been hurt more than others. And a lot of these stars and different ones want to prove to the bully and all of that kind of stuff how powerful I am. I'm richer than you now, blah, blah, blah. You can work for me now, blah, blah, blah. I can make your life a living hell. Now that I'm above now, you hurt me when I was younger or whatever. So now I'm in power and I'm finna come back and control your life. That's what happened a lot of people these days. I know that's happening to me too. I don't know who I did wrong or whatever it is. I'm sorry if I did. But whoever's in power now, that's what happens when you get hurt, that chiron. Okay, it says nightmares, then sicknesses take over. You hear the spirits of the damned. Then you start having all kind of weird dreams and hear this, and I guess it's power you start seeing, you start making friends with the demons and stuff like that. The souls of Kaiser generation seeping into his blood. So this is what happened to the guy. And never communicate with any demons. That's what that suggests. Computer guy read the rest of the journal. We are cursed with the souls of demons in our blood. Live with us using our bodies as their vessels. So that was now they had Oregon. The Brothers Grimm was in that. I'm gonna go back and look at that later. Brothers Grimm. And then okay, it was in a castle. The house looked like a castle, and it said defeat her, and she was talking about the veiled demon. That's before he knew. And it said he had sleep paralysis, he had messing with his sleep and these dreams and stuff like that. Kind of what we all going through, right? Um, it says curse is real. Your body withers. Why is this too? Demon or spirit on your chest. Sometime you weigh down, if you had that feeling before, this is all getting you preparation, getting you all prepared for whatever. Open all doors, visions. So you start seeing visions and, you know, You wake up. They want you to wake up. And he was in a creepy house. I don't know how many people having different these crazy dreams. You feel drained. You isolate yourself from people. Okay. You might draw whatever. Um, they were drawing in the park. Okay. And Chinese food had a big thing to do with that too. Said Luke, hidden things. Who was Luke? I can't remember hidden things. Okay, it says written in the blood. Everything at night stopped working. Written in the blood. Yeah, everything shut down. The lights would come on in the house, but at night everything was shut down. Everything. Okay. Then you got Portland that was in there. Sleeping Beauty. Portland was in there also. Um, I was saying about the other commercial. Then the other commercial came. The third one I seen was about um, first it was like an Egyptian Arabic woman, and it was introducing a Godiva Godiva chocolates. Then they had a black woman, Egyptian style. Move, okay, then that went off of them, and it was in a castle. Had these servants out to the side of it, right? And then they went to Pat McGarth Labs, PML Bridgestone, Bridgestone, BRIDGERTON, Britain, India, Egyptian, and black woman with blue hair. So black woman with blue hair, Avatar, ancient, I don't know. Maids and butlers in the castle, the most romantic collection of all time makeup. Shop now at patmccarthy.com. So they want you to make, they wore a lot of makeup and stuff back then. And a lot of that makeup killed their ass too. And they made it, I researched that. I don't know. It was just crazy, y'all. I'm just trying to go through some of it. It could be true beast or true evil if you use your curse in order to bring out the apocalypse. That's what she said, the lady at the end. So the to bring out the apocalypse. That's what the apocalypse is. QIYAMAT. The end our world. Soon you shall all awaken and bring out about the apocalypse. Not at all what I thought. And it wasn't no sun coming through and no preacher doing taking over this, and then it ended just like that. The gateway wrapped in chains around the door. Yeah, the gate was wrapped in chains for a reason. When you're trying to go in there to the veil witch, she can leave out in spirit, in a form shapeshift. Put protection around them. That's what the guy thought he was doing. Gun, they bought a gun and an axe. They needed it with the mannequins when they got in there. They woke up the veil demon. She was already woke, really, in there on that sewing machine. Family came protect him. Speaking Arabic, banished spell. Hospital for it was a hospital. Yeah, it's called a hospital from hell. Torture room and different mannequins using them screams found her brother. They were screaming and as she was putting these mannequins together with the souls, like binding them inside of the mannequin or some type of way. But it was a hospital, maybe a mental hospital. Maybe they did experiments. That's most of what I know about the mental hospital. Okay, she's an alchemist, sewing mannequins together. She protects Sleeping Beauty. We thought she did. Spells, weapons don't work. Take her souls. Oh, she said it was 13 gens. Yeah, she said it was 13 gens. She says 13 of us. Using them for evil. Her brother and others putting the spirits in empty vessels. Empty vessels, the mannequins. Final veiled chamber demon. Okay. It says finished it. Intruder in your domain. Okay. You left the door open. Veil demon knows you have great power. Okay. Physical and spiritual realm. Paint me. Mortal. That's us, right? Notes. Kaiser bloodline. That was his name, Kaiser. Kaiser bloodline. Mutant. Mutual. Armor of jewels. Karaoke. Makes people flee. Left the curse. Makes people free. Flee or free. Left the curse. Engine. The man was going to fix his engine. Nancy Drew. I remember to read Nancy Drew. My sister loved reading Nancy Drew. I read some of her stuff, but I liked the Boxcar Children Survival. Loved the Boxcar Children. Sacrifices. Fiance died of cancer. It was angry. Hated everything. Oh, he was angry. Hated everything. See, it catch you in that state. Woman demon. Putting spirits in mannequins to live longer. Pounding heartbeat. Computer translation, GUI, two levels, language and symbols, trying to say in context of symbols around it. Now y'all can do this the way y'all want and play with it how y'all want. I'm just saying what I found. Thomas, I think that was the man's name who was helping her. Blueprint, or was that the guy of the movie? The guy of the whole movie. The blueprints of the house. I was talking about it first. And they had to fix the electricity of it. Dirt on floors. Was haunted. Drinks. So she had fooled his generation from generation. They did the hex on her. The girl was supposed to marry him to the virgin, but it was only for the demon. He had to come through a virgin body. That's why they're having you with the new babies and the abortion rights. They need new bodies that are virgin to use the vessels. A monster eating flesh. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about. Journal ancestors' unparalleled knowledge of the language and the supernatural. That was that man. Um, Blinded their eyes. Okay, I talked that. And choking them. SN in a glass coffin. Some sort of computer system. Crank her sideways. Had to kiss her with his blood lips. Creepy when she woke up. She's a demon. Says now prophecy can be fulfilled. Okay. 53 people missing in the house. 125 years. Okay, got that name. Built ISIS in Arabic. Okay. Carmen Asian Daniel family reunion. Relative you don't know. Except for a relative you don't know, giving you a house or anything else. Okay, out of the blue. Grandmother kept y'all apart. That's what the man told him in the letter. Secret liar rewired the whole place. Oh, wait a minute. Secret Lair, not liar. Means something else. Brother missing. Okay, it's her looking for her brother. Mystery. Undercover government agent. They had a lot of agents try to find out, but they couldn't find nothing. Question: is it the wood, trees, or the property of both mad or taken position of? Am I listening to? Where did I get that from? Why did I say that? Oh, because the house might have been made from wood, and that's before I found out everything. I was like, is the wood, is the trees mad that we're cutting them down and using them for houses? is the land because of so many sodomizing and deceit, and they're doing this. Is the justified revenge happening? Um, I was, trying to figure out some stuff. Living in a dream, is it the real reality? Kissing a dream. Yeah, he was kissing her in a dream. Crusades, oh, the script brought a debt on family that will never be repaid. Torture, new intel. Yeah, he did that to that girl for Isaiah. His family, he chosen the Isaiah family. Mannequins use electrons to decode book. Arabic, Aramaic script, book Arabic. I didn't ever get the name of the book though. Answers. God forsaken town. That's what that girl said it was. Brother died in house. Jordan, ancient drawings. Jordan, the country Jordan as well was in, mentioned that. Ambushed, briar rose tied to her sleeping beauty. She had like these dead black roses all on her, but not when he found her body. Briar rose. Interesting. Billing appraisal. He had, try to get an appraisal. Full moon. It was always a full moon and gloomy and dark. Gas. They had to get gas. Deed 1876. Jacob Kaiser. County clerk's office. Free will. Been in family before records were kept. Cosmetically bound to the property. So they couldn't find about the under the basement and stuff because they had made that before they even had a court, even made records, right? Occult watchers. Jinns can be animals, objects like angels that exist in a supernatural realm. Free will, they've got free will like us, the gems. They have free will like we do. So that's why I understand why was he chained. I don't know. Something inside of me. That's what he was telling them. The jinns appear as shadows or has a black dog or as a black dog. Evil or good or God or good. Possessed of many things. They can possess many things. No drawings of the basement. Yeah, they didn't find it when they looked on the blueprint. Three kids, angels created by light. Three kinds of angels created by light. Humans created by clay. Okay, the angels were created by light. Humans were created by clay. And the jinns were created by fire. Yeah. It says three kinds of angels. Interesting. Sleeping spell, dark figure, property records, welcome to my place. Oh, that's what he was telling. He was saying that. Kaiser Gardens, powerful lens and open shutters, really long time. You see them. She found a way to see the spirit. She had this back in, I don't know if they still do it or not. Well, it was with technology, but back in the day when you would be a photographer, because I had took that up, really was interested in it, but my auntie told me differently. It made her blind. She would have this red room or blue room where you hang up your what is it called? After you take it out the computer or out of your camera, the lenses, the no, it's called something else. But anyway, after you blow it or put it in the liquid or whatever, and you get the image of the picture, you would hang it up to dry in like a red with a red light in the room. and it would make the pictures, look better or whatever before they got this technology stuff. So she found a way when she took the pictures of the house that she found if she opened the shutters a little bit, and when she took the picture, that she could see the spirits in the house. Okay, something like that. Ajael, yeah, I talked about him. Sacrifice of Virgin Bride, yeah, IBLIS, Islamic devil, we talked about that. Demon ghosts are jinns everywhere. Files, caged in, rescue, um, dropping water, dripping water, Catholic Church, perform rituals. This is the older man that wanted to help me say he worked with the Catholic Church, perform rituals sanctified by the paranormal community. Bodies missing, never left the house. Spirits in the house and demons. Supernatural phenomena, demonic, paranormal cleric, CLERIC. That's what he was explaining that he did. Richard, I think his name was Richard. I'm not sure. Ancient writings, heavy breathing, mannequin moves. Don't go or mess with them. Seals in the basement, hidden under the floors. Yeah, it was coming. Her brother and with the other things, mannequins, they would be allowed to move like a human. So they would grab you, and stuff, hidden under the floor. Only your kiss she lives, as she convinced them. Different language. I was thinking about when people smoke crack, because I tried it one day, and it was a primo, and I mentioned this in one of my other things. So when I smoked it, I puffed the little puffs and stuff in it, and I started feeling weird, and I didn't like the high. I didn't like it was like something controlling my body, and I didn't appreciate it. I'm kind of control freak, and so I asked them. I was smoking with a girlfriend of mine. She was a Gemini, and I asked her. I said, and then I just had my first daughter. She was maybe 2 or 3. She didn't like being around them. They didn't treat her right, so she was coming back in there with me, and I was high. So then her dad came, and he was mad that I had tried it, and I was like, "Well, help. What do I do to get this off of me?" So he told me to go home and eat something and relax or whatever. It don't last long. So I was glad. So as I was going home and relaxing, Miss Cocaine, I'm a saying, she came in. The demon came in a beautiful lady. She was white kind of dress, if I can remember correctly. Something that wouldn't offend you. She didn't come evil and anything. And I knew right instantly. It was like, okay, I don't know what you plan on doing, but we're gonna talk. That's what I'm saying in my head, right? This body here can't be possessed. Okay. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna stay away from your drugs and you stay away from me. Because I'm not letting finna take over my body. Okay. We got a deal, we got a deal. That was it. You have to worry about it no more. It's like I told you, I seen when I first smoked weed with this Virgo friend of mine, and she thought I was too square, so she wanted to introduce me to weed. And I seen the blob or whatever that demon was. It was like a big. Remember the old movie of the blob? It was like layers of just matter, slob. I don't know. It was moving and it was weird. Um, Whispers, different language, demonic crackling, man, angel in chains. Oh yeah, there was a picture of an angel in chains. I think that was Isaiah. He wanted to be free. Turn them into monsters. Your family is cursed. I don't understand the whole concept of the dark and the light, Why would a God make differences between everybody? Um, why would he keep secrets like this? Why would he let people be in pain, bondage? Um, I don't know the reason for any of that. I don't know. It just boggles my mind sometimes. To have enemies of the angels, making some dark, some light. They say we get bored and we plan this ourselves, and we figure out it's like a chess game or something we like to play. You know, I don't know. It's not very funny. Journal. May the spirits be on your side. Room with book old artifacts. Your bloodline activates it. Tunnel. A curse and a blessing. As he told him, the man, the uncle said it was a curse and a blessing. The power that he would have, I guess. Secure, I'll just debate him in. Secure your masterpieces. Hidden door in the family. A curse on the men in the family. So the men has a curse on them in the family. So because like that, and then two cancer guys. My kid's father, I have two for him, passed away now. He smoked, he kept smoking crack. He couldn't get off. Hooked on porn as well. Couldn't get off. Couldn't stop messing around with other ladies. So that was one thing. He would still have sex. Now some men I know they smoke crack. They didn't like to have sex. But he would make a proposition with you. He was, whatever. Then the other one, we had stopped talking after this cancer broke me up with this cancer. Anyway, whatever. He would, he was kind of comedian like, there was a dope dealer, blah blah blah. But when he first started smoking, he said it would make him paranoid. And he would think that somebody was always looking. He'd be peeping out the window, and he had a whole bunch of other ones in there. Nobody trusted anybody anymore. So I'm thinking about, is that what they dropping down and put in the water and making everybody afraid of, because that's what they did with the crack and the smoking. It's like, you become paranoid, you become isolated, you think everybody against you. You start looking at your family different, your family start looking at you different, your friends, making a separation, making a bully. Then you having these dreams and these sights, and you see in this darkness, and you're thinking you're going to enlighten, so you find that type of people like you, and you start getting off into that. And just saying, in the river by the property, behind the walls. That's what uncle killed himself. Got blood, suicide. Yeah. Bottom of the altar, murder. Yeah, on the altar, it was blood on it, like they sacrifices. And in the mansion, they want to appraise it, break the spell or the curse. Irish recipe drink. The man that was with him, he was like Irish, so he made up a drink with the Irish, and they were drinking it while they ciphered the thing on a computer with the Asian man, and him and him drunk together, and it was like spilled but he still drunk it anyway. So it's gonna be a long night for them to find it. The cipher was on the in the book. So he said, let's get a little, have a little drink. It says dream real. Letter from uncle explaining body shut down if don't get back to property. Ankle. I was thinking about ankle and leg for people. It's prison, whatever. You come out and they got the ankle on your leg. Find you on it. Dreams of ancient times. Sleeping beauty. We got house will not burn. Yeah, they couldn't burn the house. The house could not burn. Supernatural connection. We got Michael left property to you. Yeah, I think that was his name. I don't know what his name was. You have great power. Set me free from curse. That's what she was saying. Law office claim inheritance. Obsessed. Drunken night dare. Cell phone. Altar symbol of Ibis, IBLIS, SIL. Have to stick himself with object of blood. Put on the symbol and door while opens behind altar. Thomas blood. Okay. Well, yeah, that's what I got. Okay. Just still have some questions. Let me see if I find everything. Are we being tricked by them? Who are them? Again, to say the awakening power, but only to give our power away again. Beyonce, you can't take my soul. You can't take my soul. Man, her new song just came out, and then Megan Thee Stallion was playing B. Cause they fucked up. Need playing B. That's what I'm thinking. The church is fake. So many fake. We just nothing. Just fake. We just nothing. I was looking up nothing. Okay, I was talking about that. Black. Oh, and I seen black bees the other day coming on my sunflowers. So that was the dark and the light. It was before I looked at the movie. Just looked at it like that. The sun and the darkness. Wow, a lot of clues. Came, don't know what that means. Have you called yourself witch? Well, I was talking about that earlier. Warlock. We do all really this, blah blah blah, da 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 da. You getting these powers, you people mix up these herbs, you doing this, you doing that. I'm not saying any of that wrong. Don't get me wrong. Now it was another movie I watched after that, and it was Beauty and the Beast. I haven't finished. I watched it all, but I'll do that as that was another thing to that. It had a message as well, totally different than what than that fairy tale. It shows. But she had the lady did the cards, and when she pulled the hangman, because the man didn't want to wait either for her to finish doing the deck, he wanted to, go do what he wanted to do, and it was the hangman. That means a horrible, horrible death. Okay, so I don't know. Yeah, that's what I want to share, y'all. Whoever hears it. And it's just different to me and startling and wow. All right, this is your girl Ruth signing off. Like, subscribe, share, and comment. I really appreciate it. And talk to y'all later. Okay. Bye. Love y'all.